Hey, it's the Midnight Raven, and today we're going to be doing another tier list. So we haven't done one of these in quite a while, and today we're going to be tier listing animals. So I don't know about you, but I love going to aquariums and zoos and seeing animals that I wouldn't necessarily see, as I don't generally tend to venture out of the UK very much, or going abroad, or stuff like that. So today we are going to be looking at some animal tier lists. So I hope you will enjoy this video and come on this little journey with me to rank some animals. So we're going to be looking at a bunch of different animals, and we're going to be ranking them from most amazing, beautiful, mediocre, not the best, or animals that I dislike. Now that could be for various reasons, maybe their hairs on the little legs of a spider, the slithering of a snake, or maybe just because I'm allergic to wasps. But let's go down and rank some animals. So we're just going to choose some animals at random. There is quite a few animals on this tier list, so we may have to do multiple videos. But we are going to start with this one, which I believe is a raven or a crow. I can't decide which, but no matter what, it is still going in the most amazing. Birds to me are just brilliant. They're majestic. They're just amazing creatures, and they're quite intelligent. So whether this is a raven or a crow is just immaterial to me, because I think he's gorgeous anyway. Next, we're going to go for a dislike. Now, a dislike for me is a wasp. I'm actually allergic to bees and wasps. I've had incredibly bad reactions to them, and that is why, unfortunately, although they do help pollinating the world, and the same with bees, I just cannot, as soon as they come near me, I'm like, no. Okay, not the best. We're going to put the camel. Camels are all right, but when I've gone to a zoo before, the smell is just horrendous. They spit. Camels just, some people love a camel. Me, they just don't do it for me. Okay, something else that's not the best is this one. Now, I believe this is either a centipede or a millipede or something of the pede family. And I don't like anything that's got like multiple legs. Anything that's got like over like this many legs, they move along. And when they move, they make that little scurrying little thing. And it makes me cringe. Makes me just cringy. Okay, an animal that I think is beautiful is the cow. So I am a Norfolk girl in the UK, and I've lived around cows and pigs and sheep. I even live next to a farm, although the farm wasn't animal based and it was more grains and stuff like that. Cows, I've grown up with the smell of cow shit, unfortunately, chicken shit, you name it. Norfolk is renowned for that kind of smell. Okay, moving on. We're going to put the bear in the mediocre. Now, I'm not a big fan of bears. They do scare me. Obviously, in the UK, most of the bears you get are called sun bears that you see at like Colchester Zoo and stuff like that. This is obviously a brown grizzly bear, I believe. But they can be like really cute from afar, but they are highly dangerous. Again, just not for me. Okay, something that I actually like and find amazing are crabs. Now I know what you're gonna say. I love the beach. I love going to the beach, the smell of the beach, the sea air, and I find crabs to be really cool. The fact that they move sideways is just so amazing compared to most animals and how they move. I find a crab to be uniquely interesting on the fact they move sideways. Okay, let's see what else we've got. Let's find something else. So, something else that would probably not be the best, and I think this is a grasshopper. I think because they rub their legs together and they make a really weird noise. I think this is a grasshopper. Quote me wrong. I think it's because it's the skinny little legs that do it for me, and the noises. I'm just not a thing for like multiple legs or skinny legs. I like animals to have like legs. Legs. Okay, something else that is really cool is mediocre is the badger. Now the badgers can be really territorial, they can be aggressive, but as long as you don't disturb them, they can be majestical, beautiful creatures from afar. Obviously, if you do fuck with a beaver, you will a badger, sorry, you will probably find out. Badgers are very territorial, especially to their babies. I mean, if you fuck with a badger, I mean, it's your own funeral, isn't it? I mean, you've been warned. You know what they're like. Now, a creature that I do find beautiful is the hedgehog. Now, these prickly little bundles of joy sit outside my house back in the day when I was younger, and they used to eat my cat's cat food. They are really cute. They make this really weird little squeaky noise, but they're harmless unless you mess with one, and I don't suggest you do. They just go about their day. They're just harmless. So something that is not the best for me is ants. So although they're not terrible, it's the crawling thing. It's a gang of them crawling, and they're like the millipede, and it's just the legs and the crawling. It's just not for me. Okay, it's just not for me. So another one that I find mediocre is the hippo. These again are incredibly territorial, and if you mess with the hippo, they are going to do some damage. Those teeth, although they have only a couple, the amount of pressure that mouth can give when it snaps on you, it would just break your leg off. I mean, they're majestical. They are, the water elephants or elephants of whatever they call them. They do have a weird nickname. I wouldn't mess with a hippo. I've seen two hippos hit fighting before at a zoo, and they were quite, in each other's faces, and they will do some damage. Okay, one that I find most amazing. Let's find an amazing one. Oh, would be these. I believe this is a goose or a gander. I think it's a goose. Goosey goosey gander. Where should I wander? That's a nursery rhyme. I love ducks. Anything that's like ducks, mallards, geese, goose, birds, anything that flies really, apart from like wasps. Back to the wasps again. Okay, something else that is most amazing for me is the jellyfish. Now, a lot of people are going to say, well, the jellyfish is kind of boring. It is. It is kind of boring. Must admit, they're not the most interesting creatures of them all, but they are the most beautiful creature. I've seen them at sea life centers. They are just majestic, and they are beautiful in my eyes. So something that let's see what else we have on this list. So a dislike would be flies. The dreaded flies. I don't know what fly this is, but it looks like a fly. And for me, although flies do help, they clean up certain stuff. Anything that's like flyy is a no. This one is a no. I'm going to believe that this is a cockroach. Now, you don't get many cockroaches in the UK, and I believe that is a cockroach or a locust. I'm not sure, but it's going there. This one is definitely going in dislike. I believe these are fleas. Or ticks. Either a flea or a tick. It's going in there, okay? It's going in the bad aisle. Now, one that is mediocre for me is the koala. Now, koalas are very docile. They kind of remind me of like the more hyperactive sloth. They do carry, I believe, chlamydia. So they're not like the most friendliest things, and I mean, they're cute. They're like a furry bear with claws. As cute as it is, it just doesn't do it for me. Okay, something that's average for me is the dolphin. Another mediocre would be the dolphin. Majestic as it is, it's not one of the water creatures that I really gravitate towards. Again, it's okay, but dolphins are hyped up so much. One of the animals that I do find beautiful is the stag or the deer. These kind of animals are very territorial. Once again, they will butt heads with, your car and everything if you get in their way and stuff. But honestly, they just want to be left alone and just, mosey on. Okay, something else that's not the best. Although I said I like birds, I'm not a big fan of the flamingo. The flamingo, to me, the whole pink thing, I know I believe it's based on the food they kind of eat. But a flamingo just doesn't do it for me. Sorry, guys, you're just not cutting the bill on the cuteness. Another animal for me that is mediocre is the elephant. I'm sorry, but I just do not find elephants in any way kind of attractive. I don't find anything that really interests me when it comes to an elephant. I'm sorry, guys, you're kind of left out there a bit. Okay, let's check further down. Okay, something that is really cool and is amazing is the penguin. I've seen many a penguin in my time in chocolate form and in real life. Anyone get that? Penguins are really cool. They waddle and they eat fish and they have their own little personalities. And they just seem like really cool creatures you'd want to hang around. Okay, something else that is, for me, is okay is the fox is going in beautiful. I find these majestic creatures, the bushy tail, the pointed ears, the beautiful color coats. They are sneaky little devils and they are sly. And if you live in places like London and that, you will see these all the time going through your trash, creating havoc. But they're just trying to live at the end of the day. Okay, an animal that I'm not so keen on is the eagle. I love birds, but I am more for the blackbirds, the crows, the ravens, the rooks, stuff like that. The eagles, as majestic as they are, the birds just don't attract me in any way. They just fall short, unfortunately. Another not the best is the gorilla. The gorillas don't do it for me. Apes don't do it for me. Baboons don't do it for me. The whole ape thing, the beating the chest, it just doesn't do it for me, which is why this little gibbon, I believe it's a gibbon, or a monkey, is also not the best. It's going in there with his little friend. Another thing that I find mediocre is an octopus. As much as I do love an octopus, the leg thing is kind of creepy, but I do find octopuses, how they move, to be really majestic, and they are quite intelligent, amazingly, for, what they are. An animal that is beautiful, you've got to put a horse in there. Horses themselves are graceful, they're majestic. I am very wary of horses. I'm not really one for a horse necessarily, but I will watch them and stuff. They just, yeah. Another animal that would go in most beautiful or most amazing would be the otter. I find otters to just be so cute, so sweet, so adorable. I've watched them in the zoos before, and they've just got these little personalities. I do like an animal. If you look at the top bill, these ones have personalities, whether it's the way they waddle, the way they act. They just have a personality like of their own. Okay, a one I'm mediocre on is the goat. As much as I love a goat, I was headbutted by a goat when I was younger and it bruised my leg quite badly. And ever since then, Mr. Goat has had a love-hate relationship. I think they're cute. They make the little noises. Baby goats especially are just adorable. But I will always have animosity for the goat that butted my leg. I just will. Sorry, Mr. Goat, but that's the way it has to be, okay? Okay, another animal not so keen on is the dislike of the praying mantis. Again, it's the spiddly legs and everything. They creep me out, these tiny little wiggly legs, although I believe that's a praying mantis. They don't have names, unfortunately, so we're going on instinct. Again, it's okay. It's just not. It's just meh. Okay, anything else we can pick up on? And here we have the best bird of the UK, the seagull. Yes, I collect seagulls. I have been to the beach many a year, probably nearly 38 years. The seagull takes the top billing when it comes to noise, annoyance, but I love them. Okay? You gotta love a seagull. Yeah? You gotta love a seagull. Okay, something else that goes in not the best is a shark. Haven't seen many sharks in my life. I've seen them in aquariums. Luckily, I've never seen one in, out and about in an ocean or something. We don't really have sharks in our oceans near us. But sharks, I think it's the face. I think it's the look. It's the look of just like, oh hell no, just oh hell no. And no, just not for me. So we're going to do one more in this video, and the one we are going to do is one that I find beautiful, and that would be the snowy, I believe it's the snowy owl. Now the snowy owl has these beautiful, not pure white wings, but pure enough. You do get speckles and stuff, but they have that look of just, peering into your soul, knowing you inside and out. And I find that to be daunting yet intriguing. So that is part 1. If you want to join me for parts 2 and 3, give it a big thumbs up. Support the channel with a PayPal, Super Chat, or Super Thanks. Let me know whether you disagree or agree with any of my picks of these animals so far. We have a bunch more to come. And I guarantee you there will be more controversy the further we go down, because there are some animals I just purely dislike, and I'm sure you are going to beg to differ. But like and subscribe, follow the channel, and I will see you very soon for another tier list. Take care and thanks for watching. Bye, guys.